What's up, guys, and welcome back to In the Shop TV. In the last episode, you guys saw me rebuild the Ford 8.8 rear end that we narrowed for our 55 Chevy truck. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's a 3-part video series where we went through the whole rear end, took it out of the truck, stripped it down, painted it, and got it rebuilt. If you're interested in watching it, I'll leave a link in the description where you guys can go check that out. Today's video, though, is all about bushings. If you guys build hot rods, restore classics, or even fix your daily drive in your garage, there's gonna come a time when you gotta change bushings yourself, so I figured I'd make this video to help you guys out. Guys, before we get into the video, if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you join my channel. Click that little subscribe button and the bell notification so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. I'm trying real hard to create good content for you guys, and I'm trying to grow this channel. So if you guys could help me out and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So I know some of you guys are probably wondering, why in the world would you be changing bushings on a truck that you haven't even built yet? Great question, but the answer is simple. Because when I took the rear end out of this truck, I think either taking it out or when I was welding on brackets or doing some work, I'm not sure exactly what damaged it or if it was just dry rotted. Maybe it was an old one that I received new, but I'm pretty sure it was heat that did it. It was the end bushing on this bottom link bar right here, and one of the bushings basically just crumbled into dust in my hand. So here's the bushing in question, and as you can see on this side we have a kind of a flange and the smaller part that goes into the barrel, and then there's an inner sleeve here. Well, the flange on the other side is what broke. Take a look at that. It's just absolutely crumbled and disintegrated. So in a few minutes I'm going to show you guys my trick or hack or secret, or maybe it's not even a secret, maybe everyone does it, I don't know, but my way of getting these out super fast and super easy. I don't know if anyone else does this, and I don't know if there's a faster way, but I've not found one. So if you guys know a faster way than what I'm going to show you, please leave it in the comments and let me know how you get bushings out. So before we get into it and I show you how I remove it, I'm going to show you a couple other popular ways that people like to do it and why I think my way is the best way. One way that I've seen people do it is use a common drill bit on the drill. They'll go on the outer surface of that bushing and they'll just kind of keep drilling around and around and around until they kind of walk the bushing out of the sleeve that it's in. The problem with that is that you still have the inner sleeve that you have to get out, and then you also kind of mar up the inside of that surface, that metal surface, with your drill bit, trying to walk that bushing out. Another way that I've seen, again, uses a drill bit, and they'll use the drill bit kind of like a saw to just saw away at all the rubber bushing material around the inner sleeve, and eventually it'll work its way out. The problem with that is it kind of creates a mess, and you still run the risk of marring up that metal surface where the bushing resides. Another method, and arguably my least favorite, is people burning them out. Guys, I don't know, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but this is bad for your lungs, it's bad for the air, it's a waste of time, it's a complete mess, it takes forever. Don't burn your bushings out. I've seen everything from people actually just setting them on fire and waiting until all that rubber oozes out. I've seen people take matte gas containers like a torch and put the bushing in a vise or a control arm or whatever it's in and just start burning it around in a circle until all the rubber melts out in the goo. And I've seen people use hole saws. I've seen people use sawzalls. There's even great companies like Tech that make a specialized tool to remove them. There's a lot of collars and nuts and a threaded rod and different size cups that you put on the end of it to catch the bushing, and they work really well. It just takes a lot of time. There's a lot of moving parts. You lose parts. People also just make their own. They'll put a socket over it, like a large socket over the end of it, and a breaker bar, and I'll just crank and crank and crank, and it gets kind of strenuous.
Just crank down, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest, I like the ingenuity in some of those methods. They're pretty cool to watch, and I get a kick out of it, but you know, I'm all about saving time and being efficient and trying to get this done as easily and painless as possible in any job that I do in the shop. And I haven't figured out all the tips and tricks yet to make everything in my life easier, but I'm working on it. A shop press is a great way to take a bushing out, but not everyone has a big gigantic shop press laying around or that they have access to. Let me show you my method for getting these out. All right guys, so what we have here is the infamous Harbor Freight ball joint press. I use this from everything from getting these bushings out, from pressing axle studs, control arm bushings, ball joints themselves, you name it, it works great. It was an inexpensive tool, and I absolutely love this thing. Let me show you how we get these bushings out. Basically, I'll just place it up against the collar of it. Get a socket that's slightly smaller or the same size as the inner sleeve itself. Wedge that sucker in there. Take your impact. There you have it. These inner bushings should twist right out. There you go. Push the other one out from the inside. Now, I don't have my new bushings here yet. This one's still the broken half here. They look like that when they're new, but just for argument's sake, I'm gonna show you how you'd reassemble it using the same exact tool, just as easy. Don't even need that socket anymore. Done. Come on, guys, right? I mean, so easy, your kids could do it. Which kind of gives me an idea when the new bushings do come in. Now, while I don't believe it, I'm not saying there's not an even faster or easier way to do that than my way, but I just have not seen it. If you guys know of a way that you can get that done faster and quicker, I'm all for being humbled and doing things better. So leave me a comment, shoot me a link, whatever. I want to see it. Show me what you got. So guys, coming up on the channel, this cab, a lot of people have been asking me how I get the cab on and off the frame so easily by myself. I'm gonna make a video showing you guys how I do that. We gotta start getting this frame ready for our axle to go back in. It needs to be painted and all the crap and stuff wire wheeled off of it. Put our axle back in, start mocking up what size wheels and tires we need in the back. Maybe we'll put like the bedside on there and a fender just to kind of see how it all looks and what's going to fit. Lots of stuff to come. Just a quick one today, guys, to show you how easy that was if you're ever doing bushings yourself. Hope this video helps someone, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.